Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install Active Directory in this server. This is the fourth video. If you're following these video, and if this is the first time you're here in this series in Office Microsoft 365 project series, you need to start from video one. So this is the fourth video. In this video, we are going to install Active Directory on this server. So in order to install Active Directory, why do we need to install Active Directory? Just a quick look at our project. Our project is this here. This is Office 365. We created an account in the first video. Then in the next video, we installed VMware Workstation and created this server, also configured the server. And now we are going to, so we did all this, and now we are going to install Active Directory on this server. So in order to install Active Directory, first of all, you need to log in. So I'm going to log in here on this server, and once you log in, then we are ready to install Active Directory. In order to install Active Directory on this server, you need to open Server Manager, and Server Manager will automatically open if you're on this if you have already installed Server 2016. So here on the Server Manager, you need to go to you need to go to Dashboard, and here you need to go to Add Roles and Features. From this, you need to go to Next and Next and Next. So three next, and here now you need to select Active Directory Domain Services. So once you select Active Directory Domain Services, it will ask you to add roles and feature. Here you don't need to change anything, just click Add on Features. So once this is done, you need to move to the next step, and here nothing, you don't need to select anything, and next, and here you can select Start. So this option is there. If it needs to restart at the end of the setup, it will restart automatically. So here now you're ready to install Active Directory service. Now Active Directory service is basically an authentication service that is used in 99% of the organizations, where we create users password, and from there users log into so users log on to their laptops. So Active Directory is an authentication service. I've got a full training, full lecture on this in another series within my on my channel. You can, if you need to learn Active Directory, you can send me an email. You can leave a comment within the description, within the comment section. But Active Directory is an authentication service. Now in order to install Active Directory, Active Directory is basically installed in two phases. First, the role is installed, and in the second phase, it will take few moments. In the second phase, we will configure the Active Directory. Basically, we need to provide a domain name for this organization, and set up Active Directory recovery mode password, and that's it. So once we Active Directory is installed, then we are ready to basically create 500 users within this domain that can be synced with Office 365. So basically, why we are creating this server, we are creating this server so that we can create 500 users and sync them with Office 365. So in this case, the Active Directory phase 1 is completed. We can go to promote this server to domain controller. So we can go here, promote this server. If you miss this option by chance, so let's say you just closed this window and this is gone. Now you need to open that, promote that wizard. You can always go to this yellow triangle. You can go here and also promote this server to a domain controller, and select a new forest, since this is a new forest, and we are going to provide our forest name as 360it.local. This is according to our architecture. So if we go back to our architecture here, our architecture is that we wanted to create Active Directory. We wanted to create Active Directory, and the domain name is right here. So this is the domain name 360it.local, and so here I've provided that domain name, and next. And once it does, here it is just setting up the domain name. It is all server 2016. Here you don't need to change anything. This is directory services restore mode password. So here I'm using the same password that I use for everything. So I would suggest that use password 1, P capital 1 and exclamation sign. Now here in DNS you don't need to change anything. Click next. It will in a moment it will show the first name. First name of Active Directory is always considered as a NetBIOS name, and NetBIOS name is will be 360 IT. Remember that we provide that domain name was 360it.local, that is FQDN, fully qualified domain name. Here the .net NetBIOS name is the first name of your domain, which is just 360it, and next. So on the next screen it will there are a few more options. This is where the Active Directory will be installed on this server. Here review options, and here it is checking that all the settings are correct in on this server and everything is ready for Active Directory. If it finds any error, it will give errors, it will show errors here. In our case, all prerequisites are checked passed successfully, and there are few warning are no problem. So we'll install Active Directory. Now it is installing Active Directory, and it will take few moments. Once the Active Directory is installed, it will be ready for the once the Active Directory is basically Active Directory is installed, then we will open Active Directory and create 500 users. Now within Active Directory, once Active Directory is installed, if you go to tools, here in Active Directory, users and computer will start working. If I open it now, it won't work because it's not fully configured. So here we will wait for this visit to complete, which is this one, and it will take few moments. Now let's talk a little bit about creating 500 users. So once Active Directory is installed, you can create 500 users one by one, or we can use a PowerShell script. In order to use a PowerShell script, I will provide you both of the scripts. One file is the number of users file, CSV file, it's just an Excel sheet with all of the 500 users, and the second file will be a PowerShell script file. So I will be providing the link to the file in my description. That both files are available on the internet if you need to look for the file, but I will provide the file. So here it is just showing that Active Directory is totally installed, and it is about to sign out and restart the server. So it will restart the server. It will take few moments. It will make sure the updates are there. Once it comes back, then we'll log in. So server, after restarting, it will take few minutes applying computer settings. So just wait for this. Once this is completed, so once the Active Directory is installed for the first time, what it does, it applies the Active Directory setting. That's why it's taking time. So you just wait until this comes back to a login screen. So while we are waiting for the applying computer settings, I can show you where the script is. So the script is it's a PowerShell script. It will be used to create Active Directory users. It will be used to create 500 Active Directory users. I'm gonna go to my folder here. So in my folder, I have two files. One file is new user CSV file. This is an Excel sheet with 500 users. If I can open this sheet here, in this sheet, it only has these and some description. So use first name, last name, the account name, display name, and the password. Password for all of the user is password 1, and these total number of users are 555 users. We can create one by one user, but that will take a long time, creating even 10, 15, 20 users. So we need some fast method to create 500 users to bring into Office 365. So these users are here. I will be sharing the two files, or you can just search for the file on internet, you will find it, but I will provide link to this file. So first, this is the file, and this is the script that we are going to use. So both of the files, we need to copy them on our domain controller. If I edit this file, you will see within the editor, you will see the complete script. So it's open the integrated scripting environment, ISE, and this is the complete script. You don't need to understand the script. Script is written a long time back by Andy. Gorgon and Andy Gorgon creating that script, and the script is excellent. We've used that many times. I've used that in my other trainings as well, and so this script, all you don't need to make any changes. The beauty of this script is you don't need to make any changes. So all you need to do, we just need to copy this on the domain controller. So I'm just gonna bring it here as a small folder. So I'm just gonna leave it. Actually, you can just leave it open for now and minimize. I'm waiting for this setting to complete. Once this setting is complete, we are going to log in. Then we are going to copy both of the scripts here in this. And before running the script, I will show you the Active Directory state. The Active Directory, we can see that there are just default user. By default in Active Directory, there are only two users, guest user and administrator user, and many groups. So there are many groups, but there are no other accounts there. So we can create manually users, or we can run the script and create them. Okay, so finally it came back. It just took few moments. You will see your domain name and administrator. So your screen should look like this, and I am going to log into this server for the first time after Active Directory installation. Now once it comes back, it is Server 2016 Data Center Evaluation version, and it opens Server Manager. And in order to manage Active Directory, all you need to do, and here all the settings are exactly the same as we did in the previous video. So the name of the server, this time there is a domain name. So instead of a workgroup, there is a domain name. Firewall is off, and this is Ethernet. So once more, go into the firewall and also switch off the domain firewall as well. So once you install the domain firewall turns on. You need to switch it off. We need to switch it off so that we can connect to internet and download. Later on, we need to download Azure AD Connect utility. So for now, this is fine. We need to go to tools here. So in the server manager, you need to go to tools, and within the tools, you need to go to Active Directory users and computer. Remember that before the server restart, when we opened it, this was not working. Now this is what is known as Active Directory, and this is a domain. Within the domain, there are users. Within the users, you have only two users by default. There is guest user, which is disabled. There is another default account user, and the main account that we are logged in with, administrator. Now if this account is disabled, then you won't be able to log into this domain. So once we run the script, I mean, if you need to create one by one user, I can right click on this, go to new, and I can create a user. Let's say I can create a user called Mike, and I will provide the Mike Adams. Then I need to provide the username, which is M as first initial, and then the username, and then click next. Then I need to provide the password, so I'm providing the password as password1. So once this is all done, I will just uncheck this option and user is created. So this is, I mean, you can see just creating one user creates, you need to do this again and again and again and again in order to create many users. So but with the PowerShell script, we will be able to just run the script and create all the users. It will create another OU here, which is Exchange OU. So I'm just going to minimize this, and first of all, go to my folder where I'm going to make it smaller and select both of the files and drag it here just on the screen. So once you drag it on the screen, so I lost it, and I'm gonna just drag it here. So you need to so just select, quickly move it here and drag it. So once the files are here on the server, all you need to do is, first of all, I'm just gonna select from here and right click and cut. So I'm gonna copy them on C drive. So first of all, I need to go to C, and if you're following that, you can pause the video and just move slow and copy it inside. So all I'm doing is cutting it from here and copy it in the C drive. So the files are here now. First I dragged it on the desktop, then I copied it into the C drive. Now we know that our file and script both are present in here. So first of all, I need to open PowerShell. So first of all, you need to open PowerShell, which is this one. Once you open PowerShell, and you need to make sure that administrator is selected here, I need to go to the C drive first. So here you just need to type a command cd space cd and slash backslash cd and backslash will take you to the C drive. So before we were in users and administrator folder, now we are on C drive, and here I will just check the directory dir. And if you this is the first time you're running commands on the computer, this is fine. You just need to run these two commands and it will take you to the C drive. And here I have now the file and the script. So here we just need to type this script name. So the script name is create lab users.ps1. So here I'm just gonna say create lab users dot ps1. So you need to make sure that the name is exactly the same as this file name. Before you can press enter, just before this you need to put dot and front slash. So front slash dot front slash and you need to also just type the file name and enter. So once you click enter on this, what it does, it will start running the script. So I think enter was not pressed properly, but here before I press enter, all you need to do, open PowerShell, then type here C backslash, it will take you to the C drive, then dir, just look at the file name and then click enter. So I'm just gonna here and then enter. Once you click enter, it is asking that where is the file. So it is looking for this file, new user file. It is on the C drive. I just select the file and click enter, and now it started creating all the users within our Active Directory. Now at this point, if it gives any error message, it shouldn't give any error message in here. Sometime it gives out error message for restricted script running policy. You can just quickly Google and just enable the script running policy. That error you will only get it on server 2012 and not here in server 2016. So in 2016, server 2016, if you have exactly followed how I created the lab, you won't get an error message. So these are the users being created, and they are being created in Active Directory. So while this is going on, 500 users are being created. I can go back to Active Directory. Here I don't need I don't see that folder exchange user, but when I refresh this, I'm gonna just refresh this. Refresh window is where is the refresh window? So refreshes, once you select the domain, you will find this as a refresh, and here now you will see exchange user. So within exchange user, these are all the users that are created with this. So here these are the lab users that are created. Now this Active Directory will have 500 users. So I'm going to just go back to the script. It is still creating, the users are still being created, as 500 users is a big list. So in this lab, what we did, we created Active Directory, and we also created 500 users inside Active Directory. And so in the next video, we are going to download Azure AD Connect utility. And once we download Azure AD Connect utility, basically we are at this stage where we need to link Active Directory. This is Active Directory to Azure Active Directory. So once we are linked with Azure Active Directory, we will be able to go into the subscription. And basically, if I can show you our subscription, subscription that we created was here, and I'm just gonna go to this link here. This is the sign up. So in here, so just gonna sign up in here, actually here. So this is our admin center. If you are following from the first video, you might have been created all this. If not, then start from video 1. So this is our active users. In active users, I'm the only one user with one subscription. In the next video, we are going to sync all the users from our on-premises Active Directory to Office 365 right here. So active users and Office 365 users. So for that, we are going to do that. And yes, so here one more thing, in order to create those users, in case you're not able to find the file, the script file, creating lab users from PowerShell script, this is basically the link you need to go for. I'll try to copy this link within the video description. If it is not there, then you can just go to this link, and here is the complete list. Here is, you can download the both of the files. Just go here, create users. Once you go to this link, it will give you a step-by-step instruction what I've shown you right now, and here it will ask you to download all of the scripts, so you can go to here. So for now we're just waiting for those users to be created in Active Directory, and once the users are created in Active Directory, in the next video, so users are all created successfully, and here we can see all of the users here. I can go down and I can refresh that one more time, and we can see that all users are created. Thank you for watching this video. Next video will be the main task that you do as Office 365 migration expert, which is connecting both Active Directories, on-premises Active Directory and Azure Active Directory in Office 365, and sync